Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know you were expecting a microphone because I said I was going to have it on the last video. I unfortunately did not get it up today. Hopefully I can get it up by tomorrow, by next video, which is tomorrow, or maybe the other video after that one. But I'm going to try to get it up. I'm so sorry I did not keep my promise, but hopefully it'll be up. And if not, I apologize for that. I just wanted to put that out there because I know you guys are probably wondering where's the microphone, like I said from the last video. I thought I would have it up, but unfortunately it's not. So I apologize for that, okay? All right, so let's get started. So of course, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys had an amazing day. And of course, always have amazing days. Okay. And I also want to say this too before I get started. So today I'm on number 10. I'm on fun fact number 10, character review 10. But I stated this in my intro. So I said that I do sections and I do it up until I get to number 10 and I might come back to it again. So I'm at number 10 today and I've done character reviews. So starting at 11, I'm switching it. And now I think I'm gonna do song reviews or album reviews. I'm trying to decide right now. But character reviews, I'm at number 10. If you see my intro, I stated this already, but I'm at number 10. And now character reviews, I'm not saying I won't ever do it again, but right now I'm just giving it a break now. I'm at number 10. Now I wanna switch to something else. So it's either song reviews or album reviews I'm doing starting tomorrow maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to decide which one first before I can start. So yes, so if you notice I'm not doing character reviews, that's why. But again, I stated this in my intro, but I'm just gonna restate it, because my intro video was a while ago. So okay, I just want to put that out there. All right, now like I said, I'm at fun fact number 10. I'm at character review 10, and today I am doing Deja Pearson. And Deja Pearson is a fictional character from the hit show This Is Us. I know you guys are probably wondering why am I doing another character from the same show, because I just did Tess Pearson yesterday. But I wanted to end it off talking about Deja Pearson. I want to put her way at the end, save the best for last, because this character is I have a lot to say about this character because you'll know in a few minutes. But I just wanted to do Deja Pearson last, But of course, before I even get into the review, I need to tell you about This Is Us, so you can understand the show. I explained it yesterday, so I'm going to sound like a broken record or something because I'm just repeating everything. But I'm going to try to use different words and different wordings and all that. What I said yesterday, I'm going to try not to repeat today. So now, This Is Us. So the NBC hit show This Is Us follows the life story of Jack and Rebecca Pearson, and they have 3 children. 2 are twins and 1 is adopted. So the 2 twins are Kevin and Kate, and Randall is adopted. And again, Jack saw him at the hospital. I don't know, the show never really said the name of it, or if they did, I'll just put it in here. But again, Rebecca had went into labor, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, Jack is waiting with the doctor, and somehow he went into some place where they keep newborn babies, they're literally just born, and they keep them in there. So he saw Randall as an infant, not an infant, a newborn. So he looked at it, and I think after that he was just he would convince Rebecca, let's get it. So that's how Randall's there. And the show shows present day, and of course they show flashbacks. And they do that so you can understand the characters and you understand why they are, how they are, and what led up to everything. And like I said in the last video, Jack passed away when all his children were 17. But I didn't say this though. He passed away due to cardiac arrest because, again, they had a house fire. It was due to a crock pot. And remember, Jack went back in to get a dog. I don't know if it was Kevin's dog or Kate's dog. It was probably Randall's, but he went back in and he inhaled all that smoke all over again. He should have left when everyone else did, but he wanted to save something that meant so much to one of his children. So he risked his life. And unfortunately, he ended up dying because of that. Of course, he made it to the hospital. He was fine, but then it happened. And then the doctor had to tell Rebecca. Rebecca had to tell Miguel, who was Jack's best friend. And then, of course, she had to eventually sit down and tell her children, which was like the hardest thing ever to do. So, yeah. So, of course, the show is in present day. And, of course, they'll show flashbacks, you know, so you can understand, like, why they are how they are. And, you know, so that's what This Is Us is about. And This Is Us has been on since 2016. And it's still on. They said they renewed it for 4 more seasons. They announced that either in 2020 or in 2019. It was one of those years. It wasn't this year. You know, this year just started. So, but they announced for 4 more seasons, and yeah. So This Is Us is still on. If you want to watch it, you know, it's a good show. I highly suggest it to everyone. So yes, that's This Is Us. Now, let me tell you who is playing Deja Pearson. Just tell you a little bit about her, the actress. And the actress is Lyric Ross. So Lyric Ross is an actress. She actually she was in Chicago Fire. And then she did Canal Street. I hope I'm saying that right. And she did Canal Street. And then she did something else. Lily, it had Lily in it. So she did that. Yeah, so she's been in other stuff before This Is Us. So she was in those 3 things. But This Is Us is her biggest role as of today, until she stars on something else that's like 10 times bigger, I guess, you know. So here's the actual fact. When she joined the show in season 2, she scored her a Teen Choice Award nomination, which I thought was excellent, because I know some of you guys are like, the Teen Choice Awards is not that big of a deal, but I mean, it is though, you know, because it's like a big award show, and only certain shows and characters can get nominated, you know. So if you're not like Millie Bobby Brown, Lily Reinhart, Cole Sprouts, Finn Wolfhard, if you're not any of these people, it's hard to get a nomination. So for her to have gotten one, and she just got there, that was really impressive to me. Unfortunately, she did not win, so yeah, but that was her first big nomination. Then she got nominated for a BET award. She did not win that either, you know, but she was still nominated. Hopefully she wins that pretty soon again. But because they usually nominate her, if I'm not mistaken. So, or at least at least the day that she came on the show, they've always nominated her. So hopefully she wins one day. And then she was nominated for an NAACP Image Award. She scored one, I think, on season 2. She was on season 2 and season 3 and season 4. So no, she did not win any of those. She usually, if I'm not mistaken, she usually uses to the same person. I think it's Marseille Martin. Yeah, I think she lost to her twice. It could have been Yara Shahidi, but I think it was Marseille Martin that she lost to. And she lost her BET award to her too. So, you know, but she's killing it too. So that's why I see why, you know, like Lyric can't win, you know, because Marseille is doing great too. So yeah, anyway. So, and then she was nominated for a SAG award, which stands for Screen Actors Glide Award. The whole show won. It was Best Ensemble Cast in a Drama Series. So she, of course, the whole cast gets it. You know, they were all nominated. So she won a SAG award. And yeah, that's it. Out of all those nominations, she only took 1 home. But hopefully she gets more nominations in the future, because she's a great actress, and hopefully she stars in more stuff. Of course, she has social media. You can follow her. So if you want to see who Lyric Ross is. So yeah, so that's Lyric Ross, and that's who's portraying Deja Pearson. So yeah, okay, now let's get into Deja Pearson. All right, so Deja came on the show in season 2. She was not in season 1 at all. She didn't do a cameo. She didn't do like anything. She was literally not. She didn't exist at all. She was nowhere in season 1, but in season 2. She was in season 2. Okay? So in season 2, it shows she's adopted. So she is adopted, right? And she well, no, she wasn't adopted. No, she was with her mother at first. So it shows her with her mother, Shauna. Her mother's name is Shauna. But before Shauna didn't necessarily have to raise her. It was her grandmother, which is Shauna's mother. So her grandmother was raising Deja when she was very little, but then she passed away due to a heart attack while she was holding groceries. Like, she was by the front door, she had a heart attack. So she passed away. So I left Shauna to take care of Deja, and Shauna, I mean, she wasn't a horrible mother. She just didn't have the right resources to really raise a child, She was great to Deja when it came to like being there for her, making sure she had everything she needed. She was there, but when it came to just like resources, no. And she had to depend on men, to kind of do things for her. So there were random men around Deja, And her father, I mean, the show showed her father, her speaking to him, but obviously he's a deadbeat. So I mean, of course they're not gonna show him too much. So, but they showed him once, and they showed Deja talking to her father. So, but that was later. That was later on. That's not now. So that's where Deja's father is. So how Deja ended up in the foster care system is that she was trying to make food for her mother. She ended up cutting her hand, so she had to go to the hospital. But her mother was arrested because she had a gun on her, but it wasn't licensed in her name. She had an unlicensed gun in her possession, so that's what she went to jail for. And of course, Deja went into the foster system because I guess they saw neglectness. I can't speak, but they saw it, and I guess they were just like, we're putting on the foster system. Because again, they probably went to her house, and again, the water was off, right? That's why Deja couldn't get the blood off. The water was off. She was probably just bleeding out. She didn't pay the water bill. Shauna, she didn't pay it, but she didn't have money to. I remember she was struggling. So they probably feel like, this bill not paid. This how y'all living? Okay. We take her to the foster system. And you're going to jail for having a gun on you that you shouldn't have even had. So, yep, Deja ended up in the foster care system. So while she was there, she experienced a lot of abuse and neglect. It was not a great experience for her. She just went from home to home to home. But the most trouble she got in was she was with this old guy living there. And there was this other black girl. I don't think the show ever said her name. I don't think they ever said her name. But she was with her, and they actually got themselves in trouble because they stole from a store. So she added on because you can't get in trouble when you're in that, because they could easily just take you out and put you somewhere else. So of course they got in trouble, and Deja was then where did she go? So she had her own foster care lady, worker who did things for her, right? So luckily Brando and Beth wanted to add a new addition to their family, so they wanted to adopt. So I think they ended up finding her, and they had conversations, and of course that's how they ended up finding Deja, wanting to adopt. So of course Deja left at home, but if I'm not mistaken, I think while she was there, but she was she already knew about Randall and Beth. So I think she already went to her house. Remember guys, season 2 was a while ago. So sorry if I don't remember every little thing. I apologize. This was a while ago. So Deja was already aware of Randall and Beth. She went to their house. The worker brought her there. And yeah, but of course, I mean, it wasn't official yet, so she goes back to the other guy's house. So, but of course, again, she got herself in trouble, so of course she had to leave again. I think the other girl left too. So then she just went back to Randall and Beth, right? So of course, when she's there, she's being weird. No, she's not being weird, bad choice of words, but she's not used to that, you know? And of course her mother, like Shauna, is looking for her still. So Deja's like, she's just like, I want to be with my mom. You know, she doesn't know Randall and Beth, Annie and Tess. They're 2 children. She doesn't know them. So she's like being weird and stuff. Not being weird. Why do I keep saying that? She's just being like, you know, I want to be with my mom, basically. And of course, she still has like a bad, she's like bad. You know, like one time they went to the bowling alley. Like Randall took her, Annie and Tess, and like Deja like almost got into a fight with the girl. You know, like she had pushed her because the girl had said something. The girl did say something, so she almost got into a fight with this girl, and she was just, you know, going off, you know. And of course, you know, I don't think Randall really did nothing after that. But I don't think he took her back out again. But yeah. So, and then another time when she really didn't, I think this happened before that bowling alley incident, but she didn't really feel Randall too much because that's like the first father figure she really ever had, you know? So, of course, a male presence is like, because every male she kind of has met in her, not kind of, every male she has met in her life, well, kind of like, not kind of, they were like, you know, probably they were abusive, you know, or they were just weird, or, you know. So, of course, she thinks Randall is just like them. So she doesn't want Randall around her. You know, she kind of like avoids him. Randall wants a relationship with her, but she's just like, you know. But she's not really okay with Beth either. She's you know, she almost gets into a fight, well, kind of, with Beth because she had found cigarettes in her bag, and she's like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Give it back," and she yanks it, right? So Shauna ends up finding out where Deja is, and she's trying to get her back now. So she's like trying to do whatever, you know, because she wants Deja back, you know. But like, of course, she can't just take her. Like the worker, you know, the work lady, she decides. And of course, Deja has a say in it too. She can decide where she goes. And later on, like even though like now Deja is like, she has, so they cut her, so Beth cut her hair actually, because she has like alopecia, so she ends up cutting Deja's hair. So you'll notice in that same season 2, she has like a whole different hairstyle, because Beth cut it just kind of like, you know, help her like hide like the spots, and also like, you know, just to give her hair a new start, you know, because, you know, I think the haircut was needed. So yeah. So in season 2, she slowly, in this season, she's like slowly, even though she keeps kind of like acting like she doesn't like it at first, she slowly ends up getting comfortable with them because she's been with them. Even though it could be like back and forth, like she'll go back with her mother again, but she's starting to love this family. And her and Randall even get close, right? Now they're starting to have a relationship with each other. And she starts to get close with her siblings now. So Annie and Tess. So it's like slowly, it's not all happening quick. Like this did not just happen in one take. Like it's a slow relationship that's slowly just building. And you can see her getting more comfortable, you know? And even Shauna had spent the night one time because, you know, she didn't have anywhere to stay. I told you, she's like a struggling mother. So she even spent the night. And you can just feel like Deja's like getting slowly happier being with the Pearsons, or the Black Pearsons. That's what the fans call, like Randall and his family, the Black Pearsons. You know, they're a black family. So, because everybody has the last name Pearson, and, you know, but yeah. I just wanted to share that. But, yeah, so you can just see her just like slowly, you know, she's like slowly feeling comfortable, you know, and you can see it, you know. But unfortunately, Deja wanted to go back with her mom And I think this is like, I think this happened towards the end, right? So she wanted to go back to her mom. Her mom had got herself together now. I think she had a home now, a car. So she's like good now. Deja want to go back with her. But unfortunately, of course, Randall and Beth, Tess, Annie are upset. I think Randall was the most upset because he loves Deja. Because she's like the girl version of him. They both were adopted. They, what else? How else are they like? What did he say? Yeah, they're both adopted. That's one thing they have in common. Oh yeah, they both were like in the foster care system. Hold on, y'all. I'm having like a brain fart. What was it? What did he say? What did Randall say to her? But he just kept comparing them, like, I don't know. He just kept comparing. He always said that Deja was like him in a way, So I'm sorry I can't. It just went out of my brain somehow. But just know that Randall and her were like, Randall really wants to have a relationship with Deja. Because he sees himself in her. So, so he's like sad when she leaves, but it's like, again, it's her decision. It doesn't mean she doesn't want to stay with them, but she really wants to be with her mom, So that was a sad scene. Hopefully I can put the clip in, and show you. That was like a beautiful, sad scene, So, but Deja goes with her mom now, And, I'm trying to think. I don't think anything. I think she was with Shauna now, until Shauna actually. I think this is what happened. Shauna had. But somebody found her and Deja in a car, like sleeping in a car. So I'm pretty sure that's how Deja was sent back to Randall and Beth all over again. I think it was that incident right there. Excuse me, guys. I can't watch season 2 all over again. I don't have Hulu. And, of course, it's not on YouTube. They only show you clips. And I can't go on cable. My cable doesn't go back to season 2. So, again, I'm sorry if some of this sounds inaccurate or it's just not chronological. But I apologize. But, yeah. But just know Deja does not stay with Shauna long. She goes right back to Randall and Beth again. And then, yeah. You actually don't see, I'm sorry guys. You actually don't see Shauna again until she makes another guest appearance on, I'm pretty sure it was season 3. No. Season 4. She made a guest appearance on season 4. So you don't see Shauna again. If I'm not mistaken, you don't see her ever again until season 4. Okay? So, again, Deja is back with the Pearsons again. Of course, you can tell she's like getting happy. She's getting happier. She feels great, So you can see it happening, right? So, again, that is season 2, Deja. Okay? I don't want to tell you guys every little thing. Mainly because it's like I'm spoiling the whole show. So, especially if you've never seen it. So I'm not going to tell you every single detail. But I told you the key parts. So that's how Deja Pearson was in season 2. She was just she was literally going all from home to home, and of course when you're in the foster care system, it's rough, and then she's trying to adjust to a new family. Her mom she wants to be with her mom, but her mom is like, she's in too much trouble. And her mom actually came to her senses. There it is. She came to her senses and she went to court and she actually said she granted warranty to Randall and Beth. Now Deja did not like that. So that's how Deja went back to them officially. It was that. Shauna finally realized she can't take care of Deja. And she really couldn't, because it's like Randall and Beth have a nice home. They have a bed for her. They have food. They are they are physically and emotionally capable of raising her. And Shauna doesn't meet any of those standards. So it makes sense. She's like, it's like Shauna's competing with people she can't compete with. So that's how Deja went back. I'm so sorry about that. But that's how Deja went back to them. And of course, she is not happy about that. But of course, later on, Deja eventually says, y'all can sign the papers to officially have me as your child. Now she's Deja Pearson. She's no longer Deja Andrews anymore. So that's how Deja went back. It was because Shauna finally went to court and came to her senses and told them, give Deja to them, you know? So yes, that's all that happened. And then season 2 was done after that. Of course, they do other storylines. There are tons of other characters, guest stars, recurring characters. So again, season 2 was just mainly covering Deja. But of course, other characters had storylines. It wasn't just about Deja. But Deja, they had to introduce you to her. They had to go into details. They had to tell you about her. So yeah. Alright, so that's season 2 Deja. And again, I'm not going to tell you every single detail because again, I'm going to spoil the whole show and I don't want to do that, you know, because this is not a This Is Us review, okay? I don't want to spoil too much, but those are the key parts to Deja in season 2, okay? Now, season 3 Deja, well, I mean, season 3 wasn't about her really. I guess the writers took a break. You know, because they made season 2 about her, really. You know, you don't want to give her too many seasons just by her. There are other characters you have to talk about. So in season 3, I said season 2, sorry, season 3. So again, her hair grew now, so her hair is like a little bit longer now. You know, this is like a year later, so of course her hair is longer now. Not super long, but it's longer than it was last season. So her hair is longer. And she's now officially in the family. Like, you know, she's, you never would have known she was adopted really, because she looks like Randall. Like she just blends in with them. Like Annie and Tess look like Beth, and then she looks like Randall. So you'll just think that that's their oldest child, you know. But you know. So yeah, and again, season 3 wasn't surrounded by her. She had nothing too major going on. Of course, they went back to her and just shows you a little bit, you know. And the only time you really saw her, like, really, is when Randall and Beth were like arguing, and they actually had to, like, I think Randall went somewhere else to go to like give each other space, and then, you know, of course, Deja's not stupid. Like, she can sense that there's animosity towards them, so her and Randall go on this like trip, and she's like, you know, she's trying to talk to Randall and tell him, you know, about that. And then of course she talks to him about how he always tries to like compare their life, even though their life, that's why I didn't really get why Randall used to do that, because their life wasn't even the same to me. Like Randall, he didn't go into the foster care, go from home to home, and like he literally went straight into a loving family. That's why I couldn't remember what he was like comparing really. I'm like, no, your life was better actually. You know, Deja's life wasn't really. She didn't come straight to you guys. She had to go through all of that, and then she came to y'all. So yeah, then Deja's like, Randall, just stop. Just stop comparing our lives. Like, you brought me all the way out here to wherever, to where you used to live or where your dad used to live. Like, we didn't live the same life, you know. And make up with Beth. You know, correct your wrongs or whatever happened, make up, you know. So again, you did not see her 24/7 in season 3. You only saw her when she was just helping. When they did a food drive, she was helping. She said a little bit of stuff, you know, but again, you did not see her 24/7 like you did in season 2. The writers just, you know, they had to dial down on her now, because now you know her. You don't need to. No, you don't need to keep going into so much details. And again, the show is not about Deja anyway. So, yeah. So, it's not much to say about season 3. It's just, that's the most you really heard from her is when she was with Randall and that. So, sorry guys. There's not much to say about season 3 Deja. So, okay. Now I'm going on to season 4 Deja. Now, season 4 Deja, she got her own storyline again. So, season 4 Deja, now her hair grew even more now. So her hair grew even more. And she now has a boyfriend now. So, yes. And his name is Malik. And I'll just tell you who's playing Malik, because this guy does become like, he's like a main character now. You now see him in the next season. So the guy who's playing Malik is Ashanti. I hope I said that right. Ashanti Black, and you should know him. He starred in the limited series When They See Us. Sorry, I just moved this. Limited series When They See Us, which was directed by Ava DuVernay. And of course, you guys should all remember When They See Us. It came out in 2019. Was nominated for a bunch of Emmys, you know, and he was even nominated. He got his own nomination. So that's Ashanti Black. So yeah. And also another thing is that he's the nephew to a woman who was on Orange Is the New Black. So like man, what was her character? She used to hang around Tasty and Crazy Eyes. And she actually ended up dying. Like, she died in that show. But that's he's the nephew to her in real life. So I'm so sorry, cannot remember her character's name. I know I should have just looked it up before I did this. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, so that's just a little fact for you. That's his auntie, you know. And of course, again, I said he was in When They See Us. So yeah. But anyway, that's Ashanti Black. So he's Malik, right? But now she has a boyfriend, and of course it's like, well, first let me tell you how they met. I'm about to just skip over that, but they met at a barbecue actually. Deja has like Deja's friend. I don't think they ever said this girl's name, literally ever, because she also. I made a little appearance in season 2. So this is like Deja's friend, and they met at some sort of like dancing thing. I'm sorry, guys. Something's in my nose. So sorry. But I don't think they ever said the girl's name. I don't think they ever said it. So, but she's the reason she introduced him. She said, Malik, you want to meet? I want you to meet somebody. And then she brings Deja, and it's like the connection was like right there. So, yes, so that's how they ended the meeting. It was at a barbecue. Malik was cooking at the time, and she, you know, was just there. And yes, so eventually it got serious. They started like talking, you know, and so again, it was getting serious. So Malik has a younger baby girl, right? He has a baby that he takes care of and everything, you know, and he does anything for it. So he has a baby girl, and he has to tell Deja, because again, it's getting serious now, right? It's getting very serious. So he now has to tell her, you know, and he does. So he texts her first to come outside. He tells her like face to face. You know, he wants to do it before the school does it, like all the kids tell her, you know, because again, I think everybody at school knows that they're like together. So Malik texts her, tells her to come outside the door. So he was like waiting right there. And then so she walks out, she tells Beth, Annie, and Tess she'll be right back. She goes outside, and they exchange a little few words first, right? And then Malik tells her, yes, I have a baby girl. Yeah, I have a baby girl. So Deja didn't say anything at first. She was just like, you know, well, you can tell her face was like, what? A baby? You know, they're only in high school, you know, so that surprised her. But of course, she has to, of course, let her parents know, you know, of course, she has to tell them. So she ends up telling Malik to come down to a place that Beth is using to like open like she's opening a ballet studio, and she was just checking the place out. So she tells Malik, meet me down here, and then you can meet Randall, and Beth. So Malik comes. He doesn't come immediately. He doesn't come just yet. He comes like later after they're scouting the place out, and you know after they do all that, then Malik comes, right? So Malik comes and he meets Randall first. He meets Randall, and of course, you know, if you watch the show, you know how Randall is. Like, he's, he's weird. But that's what makes him such a cool dad, So he meets Randall, and then Randall is like, he's okay with him. He likes Malik. He liked Malik up until he said he had like a daughter, a small child, and then Randall stops because Randall stops and just looks at him like, like a nervous smile, because Deja never told them. She told them about Malik, but she didn't tell them about the baby girl. He didn't. She did not mention that at all. So of course he's shocked. So of course it goes to a commercial, and when it comes back again, it just shows like you just see Randall and Beth just talking to each other. So Deja and Malik go over there, and they both don't like it. They're like, what? She's too young to be a stepmother, So they don't like it at all, right? So then later on, they eventually, well, first, I think Thanksgiving happened first, or way before all of that. So, of course, you saw Shauna, you saw Deja's mom again, right? Because it was Thanksgiving. She came for Thanksgiving. Deja just wanted to invite her. And of course, they're not going to say no. That's her real mother. So they're not going to say no. You can't. So she came. So either it happened before this season, before that scene, or it happened. It happened, and then in the other scene where Malik's parents and of course him and the baby come over. I don't know which one. I don't know where that scene fit in between, but just know you saw Deja's mom again, Shauna. I said that earlier, so you saw her again, and of course she looks better, happy. They all get along, right? I just wanted to mention that. Okay, it happened in this season 4. So I don't know where that fit into actually. So yeah, hopefully I can find a picture or a clip so you can just see. So okay, I just want to say that. Now that they know about the baby, of course, now they're not happy. But either Randall or Beth are the ones. One of them wanted to do like the dinner thing. One of them wanted to sit down and do that. I'm not sure which one of them wanted to. But they said, okay, let's just meet Malik's parents. Let's meet the baby. Of course, Malik will have to come. So they did that. So they invited them over to their house. Randall and Beth invited them over to their house. So they had dinner set. Of course, Annie and Tess were there. They had to come and meet him too. Deja's there. Now, mind you guys, they're already mad at Deja because Deja has skipped school with Malik, right? Malik convinced her to skip school. Let's go see Philly, my part of Philly, not the part that Randall shows her, like the same 4 places. So they skipped school, right? And then another time, now they didn't even know this one, but another time they went to the movies and they skipped school again. So I think that was Deja's idea. So they're already, like, if you notice, there's animosity. If I could put a clip in here, you'll notice that there's animosity towards Deja already because she already lied to them. She already skipped school and she skipped it just to go to Philly. Like, she's, no. Of course, the show is filmed in Philly. They live there. But I'm saying, like, she skipped school to just ride around just Philly. Like, to go to all the places he wants her to go, So they're mad about that. And then remember, they didn't even know about the movie thing until Malik's mom said it. So now they're even more upset. But they're upset with her mainly about that. About skipping school to just go be around his part of Philly, Malik's. So yes, you'll notice that, and that's where it stems from, right? So Deja's like, okay, guys, just relax, just chill out. It's not that big of a deal. And no, she didn't say that. She just said, okay, guys, I know you're mad. I'm sorry, scratch all that. I just made all that up. So she said, okay, guys, just I know y'all are mad at me, but can you just act right for a second? Just please, while they're here, I know you're mad at me. You can be mad at me, but just let this happen first, okay? All right, just let this dinner go well. So they finally get there. Malik's parents and him and the baby finally get there. Of course, you can tell it's a lot of weird acting going on, Yes, there's a lot of shade being thrown a little bit and all that. So anyway, they get in, they sit down, eat. Of course, again, it's weird stuff. weird things are being said. You know, you can feel some shade in the room. You can feel tension is there. The elephant in the room. You can feel all that, you know? So they're all having a nice dinner until the baby starts to cry, and then Malik has to get up, stop eating, get the bottle, do all this, and then Tess and Annie want to help, and then Tess has said something that made Randall and Beth kind of like, she was like, oh, I want one, and then Randall's like, no, you better not do this until you're like 50, you know? And of course, Malik's parents did not like that because they know they feel like it was shade at their son for having a baby so young. So Beth is like, you know what, it's too much going on. She said that to Deja. She says, too much going on. Y'all go upstairs. It's too much going on right now, right? So the dinner comes to an end. And of course, the parents now talk now. And Beth and Malik's mom are just like throwing shade now. They're like it was getting intense. And they're both trying to defend their children, but they're just doing it in the wrong way. They're going about it all the wrong way. But they're both trying to defend their children, you know? But again, neither one of them are listening to each other. It's really more so like, oh, but your son told Deja, let's skip school. And then she's like, oh, but your daughter, she wanted to skip school, go to movies, trying to say like the both. So Beth's like, okay, so both of our children just don't need to be together, really. They both are not good for each other, right? But, and then of course, another thing really made, like Beth actually was about to run up on Malik's mom. And, it was because, Beth was like, no, we don't want no more unwanted pregnancies, you know? And Malik's mom was like, what are you talking about? You know, Malik is not doing that. And then Beth is like, oh, how you know that? So she like walks up and she was about to get in her face if Randall didn't like get in there and do something. I'm like, oh my God. So it was getting intense, right? So, of course, they exchange a few words to each other again. Randall's like, I don't want Deja to go back into that space she was in again. She thinks Malik's going to take her there, and they're getting offended, and they're doing this and that. So, of course, you know, the dinner comes to an end. It didn't work out, you know. They didn't catch each other at their best. So, that was it. Now, of course, Deja is grounded, all right? Sorry. Deja is grounded. And even though Deja is grounded, Randall and Beth still asked her, well, how was your day? Like, how was it being with Malik? You know, because Deja even said, like, she's sorry about lying, but she said that was the best day ever. And again, guys, remember, she never experienced, like, a day like that before. You know, like, ever. She never experienced a day like that, like, ever. So, of course, she's like, y'all, this is the best day ever. Like, I'm sorry I lied, but this is like the best day ever. She's talking about the Philly thing, not the movies thing. She's been to the movies before, you know. So, again, she's grounded, but they still ask her, like, when she goes back to her room, they ask her, well, how was it? Tell us. You know, Randall and Beth are great parents, but of course they do discipline when it's time to do discipline, you know. So, yeah. So, after that, Deja... So, you saw Deja, that was like Deja's whole thing. She had that whole, season 3 was basically hers again, you know. She had that whole story, her and Malik, right? But before all of that, she had another part where, no, this is before Malik and her was serious, right? So they were just friends at first, right? So, then, another time, this was such I don't think I can find that clip, right? But I can find, like, the picture where she's wearing the same outfit and stuff. Or, like, a video. I don't know. Whatever one I can grab. But another thing happened was she got into an argument because Randall wouldn't let her ride the bus to school. Like, the actual, like, bus. Like, not like a school bus. Like, a bus. Something she had to do way before she met them. Randall's just being overprotective. And, you know, of course, she's mad at him. They get into a little argument. Well, not argument. She just catches an attitude with him. You know, so that happened. So she has some scenes just for that. And then, of course, the family, the Black Pearsons were together. So she had scenes right there for that incident. And just for that, I'll find, like, a picture or a video, you know, to show you what I'm saying. And then, of course, she had this right here, Malik. That Malik storyline, you know? So again, season 3 was like season 2 for... Why do I keep saying season 3? Season 4. Jesus. Season 4 was like season 2 for her. She gets like the attention again. You know what I mean? So the writers really like her. So they give her that attention all over again. So season 4 is like season 2 for her. Like she gets more attention. So again, after that whole incident, season 4 just goes on to somebody else's storyline, and then it comes to an end. And then of course they go on break. Now they're on season 5. They actually started season 5 late because of COVID. So yes. So again, season 4 was Deja's. It was literally season 2 for her. She gets a storyline. She gets the intention. You understand what I'm saying? So season 4 and season 2 were Deja's seasons, most definitely, right? So that's season 4, Deja. And yeah, that's I'm not gonna tell you anything else because I just spoiled so much right there. But I'm sorry. Sorry I did that. But I had to. Okay. Now season 5, and remember guys, season 5 is still airing. They're literally not even on episode 8 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 6 or 7 yet. You know, they took a whole month off, you know, just to come out with another episode. So season 5 is still airing. So so don't expect to see, don't expect me to say like so much. Like season 5 is literally still on. You know, you understand what I'm saying? But when Deja is on camera on season 5, remember guys, now she's even older now. Like, matter of fact, all the kids are like so old now. I'm like, 2019 was, I mean, it wasn't that long from 2020. Like, it was literally last year. I'm like, they grew this much within a year. Sorry, I just moved this. They grew that much within like within a year? That was crazy. Like, they all look so old now. I'm like, who are these children? So, yes, Deja, like, of course, Deja's getting older now, right? Yeah, she's getting older now. She's most definitely not the same one from season 4 or season 2, season 3. She looks older now. So, yes. So, when you do see her, you see her... when like she says a few things. She's talking about COVID. She doesn't like that people aren't taking this seriously. So yes, you can tell she is not one of those people who don't agree with walking around with she's not one of those Trump supporters and who feel like you shouldn't wear a mask. It goes against your rights. She doesn't feel that way. She feels like wear a mask, take this seriously, right? So she expresses that, right? And then what else did she do again? And then you saw her again. She kind of gets into a little argument with Tess, because Tess is mad that she can't go see her uncle Kevin, who I stated is close with him. That she has a close relationship with her uncle. She's like, listen, stay here with your dad on his birthday. Kevin is cool, okay? So yeah, then you see that. So you see her again, and then you see her another time. Because I told you guys to remember Malik, right? I said remember him because now he's a main character. So Malik is now working with Randall because Randall's like in the politics now. You know, he's a congressman. Yeah, I think he's a congressman, right? And he just know he's in the politics now, right? So Malik is now working under him, but he's doing it for school, if I'm not mistaken. He's doing it for school, so. So yeah, so now Malik is working with her dad. Randall's talking to Deja about it. You know, of course Deja doesn't like it. She's like, oh my God. So Deja doesn't like it, but you know, Malik loves it. So of course she has to learn to love it if Malik loves it. You know, and I'm wondering what were her and Malik are like doing, because she kept saying, you know, like don't like just like don't say too much. I'm like, what are y'all hiding? Like, why can't you say a lot? You know, like she acted like so secretive. You know, but they're teenagers, so there's no telling what they're doing together. You know, so yeah. But of course she tells Randall, thank you for helping Malik. You know, gives him a kiss on the cheek, as in for thank you. You know, and then yeah. So no, you didn't see her again. Remember, guys, season 5 is still airing, so. Those are the times you saw her, and she actually spoke. She wasn't just standing there, like, as a cameo, right? So then, yes. So I don't know if season 5 was going to keep showing her it seems like she doesn't really have a storyline this time. It's kind of like Malik gets a storyline, you know, that she's not really getting getting a storyline really. But again, she just had one in season 4, so you know, how many storylines does she really need? Really, give other characters chances. So Malik seems like he's gonna get his own storyline, and yeah. So Deja, she's now like, I don't know. Season 5 still airing, guys. So she might get a storyline, a little storyline in there. Or she might just be there from when it's Malik being shown and or something like that. So I have no idea. Season 5 is still airing. I have no clue what's happening the rest of the season. You know, of course they cannot like tell you anything. Then they're spoiling it, and I think it goes against the contract. So that's season 5, Deja. All right. And again, I know this was like super long, but there's so much to say about this character. Like, you can't just like say one thing and go on to the next. You gotta go into like a little bit of details for her. So far, it's like my longest video I've ever done. So if you did stay this whole time, thank you. If you did not, I completely understand why you did not. This is a long video. Now that I'm looking at the time, but yes. Sorry. This is the Deja Pearson review. I hope you enjoyed everything I said about this character. I hope I made her sound interesting. I hope I didn't sound like I was all over the place or anything. I hope you didn't think I was just rambling too much. Sorry. And again, if you did not stay the whole time, I get it. This is a long video, but if you did, I'm so thankful. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Of course, you can leave any comments on how you feel. You know, thoughts, feelings, suggestions, anything you want to say. I'm all open. And again, guys, I'm so sorry this was so long. It's just, this character is so complex. There's so much to say. So I'm so sorry it is so long like this, okay? But thank you guys so much for watching this. Good night.